first two presentations and then said, okay, this is yours. Run
Oh,
with it. So yeah. And it's been fabulous. I absolutely love doing it. So, and I can't wait for Val to join us just before the 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And um, I think what I will do over the next couple minutes is, and I had read this, or yes, I had read this earlier, um, but I'm going to read it again because it was something that I was guided to write this afternoon, and wherever it came from, yeah, I'm going to learn English soon. Wherever it came from, I am grateful, but I think that the message is important here. So, and that is, welcome to the 14th Shine Your Light event, a monthly gathering of like-minded souls who are helping to consciously and intentionally manifest the world we want to live in, based on love, compassion, unity, and our collective participation in the I Am, the source we all come from, and believe that anything is possible. The impossible just takes a little longer. And remember, impossible is made up of I am possible. And yes, anything and everything is possible when your intention aligns with the most benevolent outcome for all concerns. Our souls have been on a journey through Earth School many times, and we have learned that when we are together, when our intention aligns with those of love, light, compassion, and unity, we truly become the spark that ignites infinite possibilities. We are all divine beings having a human experience. We cannot appreciate the sunlight without darkness, change without questioning ideas, love without feeling lonely, joy without knowing hardship, freedom without knowing restraint, unity without knowing segregation. The fact that we are all here, now, at this moment, speaks to our spiritual growth and aligns more closely with the concept that the world we want to create is one of inclusion, of love, of truth, and ultimately of pure joy. That is what we came here to do, to remember. We've known all along that together we are better, that there is enough for everyone, that filling someone else's cup doesn't mean that your own is depleted. What has taken our human journey thousands of years to understand has been but a blink of an eye to our greater selves, the I Am. So as you join with us for this event, do so with the knowledge that our collective vibration resonates with our highest purpose, that what we are doing is making a difference, and that your participation in this event, by turning on your porch light, by shining your light at the top of the hour, is being multiplied exponentially across the universe. Be the change you want to see in the world without fear and in the knowledge that ultimately light always wins. Always. So that's my message.
that is so beautiful.
Yeah,
Really good to hear that.
thank you. Yeah, like I said, wherever it came from, I'm absolutely grateful because
Yes.
it worked. It
Yes.
absolutely worked. Yeah. uh, so are you ready, Trish? One more minute? Or you're ready? Okay. All right. I'm going to bring you on board.
Hi.
Hey,
How are you both?
doing
Very
great.
well. How are you?
Good, good. What a great show today's been. I've been listening while I've been doing my spring cleaning. It's funny that you mentioned that this morning about the spring. Oh, well, for me, it was morning. The spring cleaning. I was in rearranging all my bookcase, changing things around, getting it all looking good. I come across my really old Oracle deck, one of my first original ones that I made way back in 2009. But yeah, and cleaning out, and in my hallway, cleaning out the cupboards, and been very busy, but listening, which has been great. So, so Daphne, I think you were mentioning something about calling in at the very beginning of your what was that experiment that you were talking about doing? I missed it because I was in the hallway, but I was interested.
Oh, yes. In I think 2023, I was in Sedona with Linda Grindle and Sheila from Celtic Tarot, and we did a CE5 energy experiment, and this was popularized by Dr. Greer, who's created this meditation that you can call in UFOs, right? Or UAPs or galactic people. And so this is a photo that I took in Sedona during that event.
Amazing.
And so it was so much fun.
What an amazing experience that must have been.
Oh, it didn't feel like much because you couldn't see any of this with the naked eye, but the phones caught it.
Amazing.
And so there's so on Wednesday nights I do a number of intention experiments with people, and this Wednesday we're going to do one for calling in this experience for people.
Ooh.
So people can participate in different levels, and I haven't quite worked out the details, but I will have it all together by Wednesday.
Check out how that relates to my time over here. But what's very interesting about that is that I've been up in my bookcase. Now, I don't know if I should share that now. Do I have time? 4 minutes before we shine the light? I think I can knock it out in 4 minutes. Cleaning out my bookcase, pulled out my oldest deck, which is all the experiences I've ever had, and I just create them into art pieces. I had an experience of a very tall being, very white. I do have a card somewhere. I tried to find that one and I couldn't find it. But he had light coming out of his hands, and I woke up to this at 3 o'clock in the morning. And he's just guided his hands over me, and he was healing me, is what he told me. But he felt very tall, and he felt to be like a star being. So it always stuck with me, and I always wondered what it was. Was it an angel? Was it a star being? And I asked in a meditation class that I was in maybe a month or so later, what is it? And then that night when I got home from the meditation, there was this brilliant light just outside of my backyard hovering. It was there for about 40 minutes. I saw little things coming out of it, and I wasn't alone. My daughter was with me. She saw it too. Little lights coming down from it. It was a big, big golden orb. And then 40 minutes, it kind of went down towards the mountains at the back of my place. And then I saw things going back into it, and it took off. So 40 minutes altogether, but I did photograph it. An art piece, which is this one here. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but this, and I apologize, this is my very, very beginning art. So back in the very early days, this is, and it's kind of an angel image. So I didn't know if it was like angel related or star being, but in the very corner, let me just point it out for you. Up in the top here near my fingers, I hope I can get it. There, we got it. That's what I saw. You can see. Oh, I had it on focus.
That's amazing.
The orb, and it had like a sorcery thing around it. The way it appeared to me in real life was a big golden orb, but it photographed as a kind of green orb. It photographed green, and I couldn't see the shape of it through my eye. Looking at it, it was just a golden, brilliant orb or spaceship or something. But in the image, you can see that it's like a saucer shaped. So I just popped that as a real photograph of what I took, and I popped it into an art piece.
That is so
cool.
Wow.
I happened to be in my bookcase cleaning out all my old oracles at the time you were talking about it. So I thought, oh, I'm going to go and find that card.
That is amazing. Yeah, I've had a number of experiences as well. So
me too.
Yeah,
I kind of keep them to myself. Yeah, but I've had many experiences.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you so much. Great to talk to everyone. Hello, Val.
Hi, Daphne.
See you next time.
All right. Thank you, Daphne.
Bye.
Thanks for
Thank you.
being here. Bye for now.
I love that story, Trish. That was
Thanks, Val.
amazing.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I don't. I never share that publicly because
I love it.
I don't want to seem too kind of weird. But yeah,
No, weird. No.
Yeah, I know.
No,
I'm
not weird.
Rude.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
Love that.
not with this crowd.
No.
No, I feel safe.
Good.
You are.
Oh, good. Oh, okay. Someone just posted, may I have a reading, please? I'm sorry, we don't do readings during the Shine Your Light event, but you're more than welcome to listen to the wonderful positive messages that we share. Okay. All right. Val?
Yes. And Marina,
Val?
if you don't mind,
I will mute myself right now.
there's a little feedback. So thank you so much. And everyone, I know, here's the drill. I'm just going to have you take 3 deep breaths, going to lead you through these really quickly. Take a deep breath in through your mouth, or nose rather, and fill your heart with beautiful white light as you take that breath in through your nose. And just hold it at the top of the breath just for a few moments. And then exhale slowly through your mouth and visualize that light going out into your body and the room you are in. And exhaling completely. And take another deep breath in through your nose, light filling your heart. Pausing at the top of the breath just for a moment. Then exhaling slowly through your mouth and visualize your light going out into the world, this beautiful light, white light that you are. And then inhale one last time, beautiful white light filling your heart, holding it at the top of the breath. And exhaling through your mouth. And visualize your light flowing out into the multiverse, out into infinity, out into all that is. That's your beautiful light. And beloved source, beloved intelligence that knows us completely and loves us wholly, we turn our awareness inward now with tenderness. We acknowledge that many of us learned often very early that it was safe to be smaller, quieter, less visible. We learned to dim our light, not because we were wrong, but because we were wise in environments that could not yet receive us. We honor the intelligence of these adaptations. We bless them for the protection they offered, and we lovingly let them know they are no longer needed. In this moment, we release the belief that shining creates danger, that being seen creates loss, that expressing truth requires sacrifice. We invite the body to recognize that this moment is different, that now we are safe, that now there is grace, that now the system may soften. As we breathe, we allow fear held in the cells to gently unwind. Without reliving, without analyzing, and without effort, we release inherited patterns of suppression from family lines, from collective memory, from lifetimes where visibility carried cost. We do not push these patterns away. We simply allow them to dissolve in the presence of awareness. We invite compassion to meet every place where we learn to apologize for our brightness, to dilute our truth, to question our belonging. We place a hand, physically or energetically, over the heart and offer reassurance to the inner self. You are safe to be here. You are safe to be seen. You are safe to exist exactly as you are. We feel the dimmer switch, once turned down in moments of fear, gently, naturally, returning to its original setting, not brighter than intended, not louder than aligned, simply true. We allow the nervous system to recalibrate to ease. We allow the breath to deepen. We allow the light to expand organically without performance, without pressure. And as this attunement anchors, we firmly, quietly within affirm, I release the habit of hiding. I release the memory of danger. I release the need to shrink, to belong. I allow my light to return to its natural state. We rest here for a few breaths, letting integration complete itself, knowing nothing more is required. And so it is, sealed gently, fully received and integrated with grace. So be it. So it is. It is done. Okay.
Oh, that was beautiful.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
I actually wanted to hear that too, because I was very vulnerable then in sharing something about myself that I hide, and feeling like, and you've said the words, in a safe space. So
in a safe space, and for us, what you shared was we love that. That's our good sweet spot. So I'm so glad you felt safe and had that inkling to share
amazing
that.
that you reinforced that with the message of a safe space.
Yeah, it ripples, and we're all connected. And look at how that happened.
Yeah. From Daphne right through, like, amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing. It is amazing. Well, I'm gonna now that I delivered this, I'm gonna let you, Trish, continue talking so I can be a fly on the wall and watch. So
I love you, Val.
I love your cards. I'll be sending for more because I don't have all the decks yet.
I'll be closed down for a couple of weeks from the 18th of February. I'm closing for 3 weeks.
I'll wait. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Love you guys.
Thank you.
Amazing. So I might share another vulnerable thing then, since we are in a safe space and the energy seems to be going here. So, and this is something I don't often share. Back in my 20s, when I first started meditating, was when I started this, because I've always had very weird dreams. The weird dreams, like those kind of ones. I had meditations. They came to me and they said there was something important that I was supposed to do, and it was to do with collective energy. And I work very much now with collective energy. So that's my little doggy there, collective energy. So they wanted me to become vocal about it back then in my 20s. And I just said, no, I can't do that. I'm not ready for that. And they said to me, that's okay, because we will come back in a few decades and we'll try again. So, and I always remembered that when there was going to be this collective shift or this energy that was coming, there was always something they'd show me that was coming. They said they would return to tell me the best way forward or what the next step was. So I just feel it's kind of aligned to the energy everybody's kind of collectively feeling now. We can feel this shifting energy or this strangeness. I think it's about, and it's to do with the planets and all kinds of things, but it's just really weird that all of this is opening up again. And it's like now, finally, decades later, like I was 20 back then when that first happened. I'm 50s now. So that's been 3 decades. And now I am out of the spiritual closet. I am putting my face out there and my story out there. So, yeah. And I just think it is a kind of return back to that energy. And I think because there's something happening in the collective energy right now.
There is. We were, we were talking about it earlier, about the fact that, that some people feel like, that we're being triggered a little more than we have been in the last little while. And the difference now is that when we were triggered in the past, it would take us a while to deal with it, to come out with it. It could take, days and weeks to when you replay a situation and kind of. now the timeline is so much shorter that, we're triggered by something. We kind of want to react and we go, yeah, no, okay, no, that doesn't work for me anymore.
Yeah. And we can move on much quicker. Even
Yes.
through the down cycle, I think, like the low cycles, because we all go through cycles. I think we can move out of them a lot quicker. Like, we're not stuck in that energy for so long. I was stuck in that energy for about a day, about a week ago. But I think we can move out of it much, much quicker now. So it's just quite strange. But we have Neptune just made its big move on the 26th of January. So it moved into Aries, and Neptune's all about being the spiritual boundaries. So we're starting to open up those spiritual boundaries again. And this is why it's all connected to what we've just been talking about. Neptune represents things outside of our physical body. So our spiritual beings and all of the woo-woo on the outside of the physical body. It has just moved into Aries, and Aries is the warrior. It's the one that moves into action. And I think it's a time of stepping into out of the spiritual closet for a start, but stepping into our light world energy. So because it's the Aries energy, which is the warrior energy, and the spiritual being of the Neptune, we're stepping into our spiritual warrior energy without fear, with courage. So I feel like that it kind of all aligns, and it makes us more open to talk about and share what we feel is our mission, because it connects to other people as well. Other people feel it as well.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Okay, Connie B said, yeah, it's difficult to hear, Trish. There is an echo. Okay. Again, I'm going to try to mute myself when someone else is speaking. Hopefully, whatever it is that will it will fix itself. We've all done everything that we can on our end, so not exactly sure where it's coming from or what it's doing.
We do several shows together, and we've never had this problem, the echo problem. We've never had the echo problem, and I'm on the same system that I'm always on.
Yes.
Yeah, it must just be something going on today.
Yeah. Today or the last few days, it could be the solar flares. It could be the energy. It might even be our own vibration getting higher, and we just have to wait for the computer to
maybe
whatever to kind of catch up with us.
Well, I had an interesting experience yesterday with the cameras. So I've set up a new system for recording, because I've been a photographer for so long and replaced cameras over every second year for 25 years. I thought, I've got these beautiful SLR cameras and DSLR cameras that I collect. I've collected them. I've never let them go. I should be using them for my videos. So I've pulled them out of my cupboard and got them set up. So I'm not today. Today I'm using a webcam, but on my videos moving forward, I'll be using my beautiful SLR cameras. But I've set one of them up and it kept blinking on and off. But every time I just put my hand near it, it'd go back on. And I'm like, what is going on here? And it happened to me the other week with the other SLR, the DSLR camera. And I thought it might have been because there was a light at the back. So I moved the light, but I turned the light off behind it, so it wasn't any interference with it in any way. But every time I put my hand near it, it'd come on. I'd put my hand away, it'd go straight off. So, and not even touch it, just put my hand near it. So, a bit weird. I don't know what that was. I couldn't see any technical issue why that would be happening. I made sure there was no interference or anything technically with it. It was just, very interesting. So I held my hand on it for a long time to give it energy. And then I was able to pull my hand away and it worked. So I don't know what that was, but weird technical issues.
Imagine. Yes. Yes. It's funny you say that, because I remember a situation probably about 5 years ago that I was sitting in the lazy boy in the living room, and I know that I was eating something, And I looked over, and the soft drink that I had on the end table, I looked at it, and it looked weird. It just looked weird. And the thought that went in the conversation that I had at that time was, if you just put your hand out, it will come to you. And I thought, what? No, I can't do that. But it just kept, if you wanted to try, it would be okay. If you just put your hand out, it will come to you. And I was half kind of moving to give it a try. Then I thought, no, that's too much responsibility. And I just kind of went back, and boom, it was gone. I can't tell you how many times I have relived that moment and thought, if it happens again, I will not be afraid.
Yep.
I will try. I will put my hand out and see what I can do, because it was such a strange sensation. And yeah, when you're talking about moving into things, and having it, yes, I have experienced that with lamps, where it looks like it's going to dim itself. And I would think, oh, okay, well, the light bulb is going, I better turn it off. And as I get closer to it and I'm going to turn the switch, it brightens up. It's like, oh, okay, well, that's fine. And then you move away and you see it going down.
What is that? What is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know my bathroom light does funny things. It hasn't done it for a while, but usually when there's spirit wanting to come through, true crime stuff, actually, I'd get it a lot when a true crime reading, when I was reading true crime, the lights would flicker before somebody would come through. But because I've kind of just took a little break from true crime, because it's quite heavy energy, I haven't had my bathroom light do weird things. So yeah, connected definitely to spirits on the other side. For me, that was with the bathroom light. Yeah, very interesting how light is used with energy, our energetic body.
Yes, yeah. And what is light? It's energy. It's just confined. It's confined.
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah.
It's waves or particles. It's all physics. So yeah, when we look at it that way, amazing.
Absolutely.
Energy.
Yep. I remember a couple days after my dad passed, and he passed at home, and my mom and my aunt and I were sitting in the living room, and we were talking, and my aunt kind of looked over at the light that was in the kitchen. And she kept looking at it, and Mom said, what are you looking at? And she looked, and my aunt said, it's dimming slowly. And so we paid attention to it, and we watched it for the better part of 5 minutes as it just slowly dimmed and then went out. And my mom said, yeah, that was John saying goodbye.
Oh.
And that's exactly what it felt like.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful.
Yeah.
And amazing to be able to work with that energy. My mum told me a story once when my grandmother passed. Her mother passed. I was about 12 when she passed. She said she was driving her car past the crematorium, just like in the week that week before burial, and while they're there, and her car pulled over, like her car broke down pretty much outside the crematorium, and the wires were standing up, pointing up, like the wires in the car. So just making her just stop where her mother was at that time. So amazing how, and they're very strong too, I feel, just before when they're passed in that first 7 days. I think their energy is so strong. Yeah, they're really connected.
Yeah, absolutely. And if we are open to the idea, then that is when they are able to communicate with us, right? When you can recognize that that's what it is. rather than, oh,
The
it's just a
strongest.
coincidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And always trust that feeling of,
Yeah.
when you feel that they're with you, that's validating them. If you can think, well, say hi to them or talk to them, you're validating that they've made the effort to come and be with you, and you can feel them and really trust in that feeling. But I do find that first week is when I have the visual. I can see them visually, usually, and I mean, I'm not a full medium. Like I don't practice mediumship, but I have the experiences, and I do find, and especially in the middle of the night, when and when they're in that first week of crossing over, they're almost like you could put your hand, touch them. They're so real.
Yes.
Which is sometimes scary in the middle of the night to wake up at 3 a.m. with somebody at the side of your bed. It's a bit of a shock.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. But you know what? It works. And the more that you're open to the idea, that the more comfortable it becomes, so that, there might be that initial little bit of a jump of, oh, what's that? Yeah. Hi, Dad. Yeah.
But then realizing too, and I know a lot of people here would know this, we live in this physical world. We get up, we go to work, we have to make money to pay our rent or our mortgage. We're very physical, but there's so much more expansive energy outside of the physical. And I'm excited about this Neptune placement in Aries. I know it's going to be challenging for old systems of, say, power systems, governments. It's going to be very challenging. It's going to be for leaders and people uprising. There's a lot of that energy that's coming in 2026. So it will be challenging for them. But I think for people that are willing to move beyond the boundaries of the physical body and participate more in the light body or the spiritual body, I think this is where we're going to really be brave, and we're really going to have that courage to be able to face this stuff without fear. So that means more spirit apparitions. That means more connection and trust that there is something there. There's something there. And that's that courage to trust that we have a light body and there's more beyond this physical plane that we're on. So I'm excited to be moving into that energy with Neptune just entering Aries this week.
Absolutely. And I don't know about you, but one of the things that I have noticed over the last little while is I have never been I was going to say I've never been ashamed of being a psychic, and no, that's not true. There was a time in my life where I did very consciously suppress it.
Me too.
Yeah. But even when I started opening back up to it, when people would say, oh, what do you do? Initially, it was, I'm a psychic medium. I read tarot cards.
Yeah.
And it was all not apologetic, but not wanting to advertise it.
Yeah.
And now,
you're one of those weird ones. Yeah, you don't know what it's like.
Yeah. So, what is it that you do, Marina? I'm a psychic medium, and I read tarot cards, and I connect with the energy, and so yeah, like stepping into that power, being that beacon of light, like Val said, living in that truth and being able to express it and say it without fear.
And to feel safe in that space to do that. So I'm the same. I've always done it. I've always lived it. I grew up that way. My parents, my father sees apparitions. My mother's practicing. She teaches meditation. She's always been a practicing card reader. When I grew up with her sisters and my cousins coming around, and they sit at the kitchen table reading tarot with their playing cards. So I've always lived it. But as far as expressing it to other people outside of my circle, that I'm into that woo-woo stuff, for a long time, I wouldn't tell people that that's what I was into until recently. But what I'm finding now is that people ask me, when you go to a dentist appointment or a massage, both males, and I've shared that information. They say, "What do you do?" And I've actually said it. You know, I read cards on YouTube, and they are fascinated. It's not a keep pumping you for questions, and they're really fascinated with the story of such a unique career choice. So, and it's not the response I thought I would have got. So I always hold back a little bit. You know, I'm a bit scared to say it. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to say this is what I do. But the response has been really warm that I've had from people on the outside, into what I do, reading cards on the internet. Surprisingly, I think people are becoming more open to that.
Absolutely. Absolutely, they are. And I just quickly want to say hello to all the new people who have joined us. Thank you so much for being here and for joining us and for being part of this wonderful energy. I love this energy. It just feels so not only powerful but so warm, like so safe, like a big fuzzy warm blanket that you could just wrap yourself in and go, it's okay, it's all okay. So yeah, absolutely.
Hi to everybody. I managed to, that's what I was doing in that 5 minutes. I was connecting my channels. You know how it logs me back out and then logs me back in. So that's why I was, just connecting up the channels. But it's such a beautiful energy. And I think the whole shine your light concept is just amazing. It's just to share light and energy with people, especially in the times that we're in. But I think these placements that's coming up with the outer planets is really important because it is that safe space and that's that bravery of stepping into that. And I know for a long time I was scared to be open about, I was in the closet, I was in the spiritual closet and I wouldn't tell people what I did or what I believed. But I think now it's that bravery of putting yourself out there. But also I think for anybody that's trying to get into it or trying to believe in it and they're having these experiences and they're having mum or dad come through from spirit and they don't want to feel you, but it's just that bravery to say, this is real. There's more than just our physical bodies, and stepping into that energy. And when you're a new reader and beginning to read for somebody, it's that having that courage to say what's coming through. So sometimes you start to analyze it. You think, oh no, that's no. So I'm not going to say that. But it's that courage just to open your mouth and let anything come out, no matter what it is.
Exactly. Fabulous. Well, I am going to bring on our next guest, the lovely Deborah Zacko, Grow Your Light. So hold on. If you're ready, I'm going to add you.
Yay, I'm ready. Hi. Hello. Hi, Tricia.
Nice to meet you, Deborah. I've been excited to meet you today.
Nice to meet you. Did you got my my book? I'm hoping.
Yes, I did. When I'm away, I'm going away on the 18th of February. So that will be my reading while I'm on vacay. So looking forward to that.
I just wanted to meet you face to face.
Yeah,
Marina
wonderful.
Psychically put us together for a few minutes. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Hey, so we'll have a bit of collaborating coming up for 2026, which is amazing.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I hope this works out because I'm losing sleep over it. I got to calm myself down over the project.
That's right.
I mean, spirit will take care of the whole thing. What is meant to be will be. Whatever way it happens, it'll be what it's meant to be, and spirit will guide us all the way.
Absolutely.
That is good medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Good medicine.
Yeah. Things always happen exactly as they should when they should.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
And it's sometimes we'd like it to be a little quicker, but wow.
Oh well, I got plenty of other stuff. I've got squirrels all over the place. Squirrel.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. And so, Deborah, I thought that maybe you might want to share with us some of the numerology at the moment. What?
Yes, it is so can I talk politics? Is this a politics thing? Or just a
Not really, but we don't like to totally concentrate on the
What I'm
political.
saying is
we don't want them to drain our beautiful energy. We're building.
Okay. It's just a good example of how not to do your numbers is what it is because the universal 1 year, the whole world, every nation, every neighborhood, every community, city, their leaders, if they're smart, will make decisions in a new way. So our Ukraine, our beautiful Ukraine is making, there's so many other places that are light-footed. And so they're going to be just fine, or new beginnings with others. The ones that are the old guard that want to make decisions the old way, we get to watch that happen and see in real time that when you don't change, you're not changing with the way your perspective is, then things backfire. And when things backfire, sometimes they get a little hot. And but things will work out for sure.
And definitely connected to that energy that I talked about, the old systems collapsing or dissolving because of Neptune moving into Aries. It's done in a very Aries way. So we're going to see this in a very possibly warlike way. We've got Pluto in Aquarius, which is all about, outside of the box solutions, but the power of the people, that rebellion energy. That's why we're seeing so much rebellion all around the world to do with our leaders. It's dissolving. The old systems are dissolving, and the outer planets are here to help us with that. Challenging times for sure, but it's meant to be, and we'll all move through it.
But look at most of the country. How many times, a decade ago maybe, did they get out of bed and go in freezing temperatures to make a statement as a body, as a whole body? This is new. This is new for us, and very, very. The trick is to entertain the thought of making a new choice.
Yeah.
New choice.
Yes. Yeah. 10 years ago, if the weather had been half as cold, people would have made the conscious decision, if it was voting day, not to go out and vote because it's a little cold outside.
Yeah.
I know.
And
conveniently, there's very extreme weather right now to try and hinder people from making a stand.
Yes.
But the people are feeling it. The people feel collectively it's a rebellion energy, and that's the outer planets, and that's also the astrology, the numerology as well with the 1 year. It's all culminating. And then we have the fire horse energy coming in February. That is huge.
Yes.
Yeah, big transformations in a very powerful way, intense way.
But it's all cool. It's anybody listening. It is so awesome because
it is amazing.
As a collective, our community, already there. We knew a decade ago what was going to happen. And it's just surprised that it's taken this long, but here we are.
Yes.
And so our transition is going to be get the popcorn out, watch. We will participate, of course, but as far as the catastrophic lay on your back and throw in the towel, it ain't going to happen with us.
No.
No, we're here to embrace that change and that positivity in the most positive way. And I think here, the people that are the light workers are already shining the light. Like, I was given this opportunity 20, 30 years ago to make a stand and become vocal, and I didn't. I was afraid because I was so young. And they told me that in a few decades' time, I would have to do that. I would have to be vocal. I would have to show my face, and I would have to share with people. And I guess it's shining your light. It's helping people navigate through these really challenging times, but very necessary times. It's all for the collective energy. It's meant to bring in this new energy of the power of the people, and we're here to help transition them, I guess, in a way. And everybody's feeling it. It's not just us that are already vocal and out there. Everybody's feeling this shift of changing energy.
Right. I don't want anybody to be afraid.
No, that is.
We got this.
Sorry?
We got this. I said, we got this.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely we do. And you know what? fear can work both ways. Fear can motivate you into taking a stand where normally you might have been quiet, or fear can motivate you to do nothing. And I think that people are through some of the fear that is being kind of thrust upon us, is people are recognizing that no, I'm not playing that. I'm not giving into it.
Yeah.
You know, you can
They know it's a
fear
game.
get thee behind me.
Yeah. Everyone's too aware. We know that's a game. It's a game they play to harvest our energy, and we're not standing for that anymore.
Exactly. Yeah. Saying, no, that's okay. I'll brave the cold. Yeah, I'll go out there.
Yep.
And yeah, there's going to be 1,000 people standing in front of me. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay, because I'm here and I know that there are people behind me. And yeah, we're just, we are consciously manifesting what it is that we want. And we want inclusion. We want fairness. We want truth. We want justice.
Yes.
We want accountability.
Exactly.
And you know, all the things that we've been told we don't need to worry about. You know, you don't have to think about that. That's what your leaders or your priests or whoever, excuse me, that's what they're there to do. And now we're realizing that, you know, yes, we gave up some of that decision-making power. And for a while it was okay because we didn't have to worry too much about what the ramifications of not participating were going to be. Now we see it. More and more people are witnessing and living that, okay, there is a consequence to burying my head in the sand and thinking that, you know, my wants and my needs supersede anyone else's, and I don't have to worry about, you know, like, yeah, he ain't heavy, he's my brother, right? The looking after the least of us. So I like that message. I like the fact that people are waking up and going, no, that doesn't feel good to me. I'm going to change it.
Exactly. That's so true.
Yeah.
And we did give up our power.
I'm sorry, there's a feedback. I can't. It is a little bit of a feedback. But there's our age group. I'm going to say our. I don't know if I offend anybody. Sorry. The Germans. I think it's German. I saw they're called Omas, grandmas, Omas. And
Yes,
Omas are coming out and they're doing the marching. They're the ones out there. Same with all the other ones are taking food and all that stuff. Because now I didn't have the hardships. Some older people, my grandmother had the hardships, you know, so I'm not taking her light, but at least I witnessed it. And I know how good we had it. We had it so good. We didn't even know it, right? And then once they start taking it away, I thought they were laws. So I got my education. They were norms. They were understandings. And we can't run a country that way. So I'm excited to have, to participate in. I really am. And I know, no offense to anybody that's reading, and I know that the astrology is like a dumpster fire, right? In a lot of ways, but man, am I excited. I couldn't be happier with what's coming around. I really couldn't.
I know that's, I had said earlier at the beginning of the show, it's like, it's the night before Christmas.
Yeah.
It's like the lights are on, the tree is lit, and you know, yeah, it's that kind of feeling that
it's getting so close. It's been coming in for about 6 months, and I think and I think that transit this week has just really opened up the doors here. We've got and I mean, Pluto's been in Aquarius for a while now, but just this extra, and they are trining each other, or they're not trining each other. The trine will be with Uranus and entering into Gemini, and then it's just going to go off again. That's another massive activation that will take place this year. So yeah, big things coming, but exciting things. It's meant to happen. We've known this is coming. So, and we're prepared for it. We've worked our energy. We've been working for many years, for decades, on our energy ready for this.
Mhm.
And I'm ready, definitely ready for this.
Yep, me too, for sure.
Yeah, totally. And that we are, because we have been working on this, it feels like, well, maybe I should speak for myself. I have let go of an awful lot of anger. And, you know, initially when all this started, there was a good amount of animosity, let's say, towards people on the other side. I no longer feel that. I feel more settled and ready to have a conversation, ready to explain, ready to answer questions without being judgmental about it. You know, a couple of years ago, I would have said, "Oh yeah, sure, I'll listen to you. I'll talk to you, but I'm going to remind you that blah blah blah." It's that I'm going to remind you part has been removed. That now it's like, yeah, the excitement of what is coming. I know it's not just for me, it's for everyone.
Mhm.
That people are seeing the light. They are asking questions.
Yeah. And life is the strictest teacher.
Yeah.
It's the strictest, you know, like when you're raising your kids, don't eat with your mouth open, you know, and they say, forget you, and say, okay, life is going to teach you how to behave out there. And it's harder when your friends come out and tell you that. The thing is that once that started happening, something changed in my heart as well. And I let go of the idea that I had to be the one to let them know, educate. Not that I was ever any good at it, because I'd get so emotionally involved. But so it changed overnight for me, and it surprised me. My heart softened, and I didn't really work on it. I didn't much pray for it. I just, you know, felt like everyone else and wished I'd like to get rid of the anger and be at peace. And all of a sudden it happened.
Well, I think that that division tactic, because it's a tactic to keep the people divided, has been just that. And I think it's a lot of hatred energy. It's hatred energy that you're putting in the collective when it's that us versus them. I'm not political. I probably don't trust politicians. I think, you know, it's more for me, the people. I'm more about, no matter what your beliefs are, no matter what your religion is, what your political values are, I think we're all just spirit in physical bodies. We're all here to learn something. We're all here at this particular time for a certain reason. And I think that when we're divided in the hatred energy, it kind of slows down the process of what's supposed to be happening collectively for the people. I think it's a tactic to keep our energy down. And when you step out of that and you feel that softening, that soft energy, the hatred's removed. It's because you are living in your spiritual presence. You're living in your, not your physical or the hatred or the anger that's been pushed upon us. It's more about living in that space of my mission as a spirit, why I'm here at this particular time, does not involve hatred. It involves love, acceptance, and whatever it is that we're here to do together. So yeah, I don't prescribe to that division. Yeah, I'm collective all the way. People are all just spirits in a physical body.
This is a really dense planet, and it's hard to get where you are, where we are, where, oh, thanks, Holy Spirit is here. Thank you so much for showing up, Kaylee. I appreciate that. And everyone here, it's so nice to have you, and to join hands in this light that we're experiencing now, and our softening of our hearts. And it's hard to say yes to a 3D. This is the most densest, if you believe in parallel Earths, which I do. This is the densest Earth, and so we have done well, and definitely going to be fine.
Yeah. And I think we can hold space for others too. And I think the more people that turn their lights on, shine their lights, I think the more people, then they hold space for others as well. I think it spreads like wildfire, just like hate does as well on the opposite.
True.
Exactly. Yeah. I think people are recognizing that there is a difference in energy. There is a difference between and I hate to say us and them, but I don't have any other words. That, would you rather spend an afternoon in the energy of someone that you can enjoy having a conversation with, that you can laugh with, that you can smile with, that, you could just have a good time with, or would you rather spend an afternoon with someone who makes you feel heavy and unimportant and somehow lacking? So
draining,
I think that draining your energy. Yeah. So I think people are making conscious decision that, no, you know what? I like the other side. I'd rather spend my time.
That's stepping into sovereignty. That's saying I am responsible for my energy. I'm responsible for what I'm radiating out of my heart. Is it that softness or is it that hatred? That all comes back to you as an individual person on what you radiate and what you choose to put your attention on.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And this is wonderful. Okay. Casey Ross said, I shared earlier that my mom and sister said there was a difference in me when I went home in December. Like there was a light around me. I literally prayed daily to shine my light since these started.
Beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Thank you for sharing. Yes, absolutely true. There is, you do. You shine. You shine. People like being around that energy. They, I get asked more often than not is, you can't be that happy all the time. I am.
I do have a drop every now and then. I try to stay high, but sometimes you crash. Sometimes you have a little, it's cyclical, but like we talked about, it doesn't last very long. It's like a day and then you're back up to raising your vibration again.
Yes, exactly. But otherwise, what you see is what you get. It would take way too much energy to pretend this.
Pretend. I mean it, right? What a heavy lift that would be.
And you have to be a good actor.
I'm too old.
I mean it.
Yeah. I'm
That'd
too
be too
old
hard.
for this, right? Okay.
Yes. Way too old. Way too old.
Yeah.
But it's wonderful to be with that energy, to be in that energy, to share it, and especially the sharing part is that I do this because it makes me feel fabulous. So when I share my energy with all of you, with the guests, with the people in the chat.
Is the word that I get. Yeah, it's a beautiful feeling.
Yeah, it is, and you just kind of want to stay there as long as you can. Yeah.
But we have to recognize it's challenging for some people too, though. Some people are in such situations of stress and struggle that it's very difficult to try and pull yourself out of that energy. So we have to recognize that it's not your fault that you're going through that or that you can't get there. You just have to be patient with it. And the power of prayer is amazing. So, really tap into that energy of connection and the power of prayer to get you there.
And there's one other thing as far as numbers go, last year was the universal 9. So we were supposed to give up what didn't work for us anymore. So if you're entering the year with tempestuous stuff happening, then maybe there's something you should have left behind. And it doesn't have to be furniture. It doesn't have to be that low down cheating daddy. It doesn't have to, it can be leaving behind the idea that a concept that you've held on to that you felt was true, and entertain the thought that it might be something a bit different. Just doing that and shifting that will increase your blessings for this year tenfold. So, but you're right. It's tough for people.
But your Neptune also, the Neptune placement that's just happened this week, Neptune wants to dissolve those things that don't work. So if you didn't do it in that 10 year, then Neptune's here to say you're going to do it in a very Aries way, which means you're going to do it in a very action-orientated way, a very impulsive way, a very perhaps even conflict type way. It's going to happen in a much intense way than what it would have happened if you'd done it last year on the 10 year. But it will happen.
Yes.
Neptune is here to say we're dissolving and letting go of those things that don't work anymore. Whether that's things in our life or whether that's hatred in our hearts, whatever it is, we're here. Neptune is here to dissolve that energy.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I have to share this. There's someone in the chat named Ben Saxby who says, yeah, Trish, does it take much energy putting up with your husband? Ben, send me an email. And
you're lucky you made it through the 10 year. We're going into that 1 year.
Who don't know. Yeah. For those of you who had not yet clued in, that is Trisha's other half.
That's my husband.
I
he
love
usually
that.
pops into the chats at the end.
Hi,
Yeah.
Dan. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I remember the time that one of the first times that we did a collab, and he wanted a reading, and he wanted to know if it was okay for him to give up his job and move out into the country and let his wife support him.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Oh
You
my
had to
God.
run that by the accountant. So the accountant says no,
Yeah.
to another 12 months.
Yes. Yeah, there you go. So I'm and I do before Val joins us again, I do want to sort of highlight Deborah, what have you got? You're highlighting your book. Is it the tarot book, the Clarity Tarot, or the other?
Oh gosh. Oh, thank you for allowing me this time to gush. Oh gosh, it's been so exciting. My new book. Do I have it right here? I should. I don't. Oh wait, yeah, I have it. So it's called I Have Your Number. And I'm getting so many cool reviews from people I don't know. That's cool when a stranger reviews it and says, oh, a friend of mine recommended this book and I really like it. And I'm thinking, a stranger recommended my book to another stranger? I'm just so thrilled. I'm very, very excited. So thanks for letting me plug my book.
You're more than welcome.
Coming up in the next couple of weeks.
What's that?
Yes.
Excited to read your book in a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah. And I would like to have it. Yeah, I would like to collaborate with you on some stuff. I don't know how much to say because we haven't really talked about it, but
yeah,
it was something I've wanted to do with the relationship ones, and then I wanted to start a parenting one. But it's very fun. Just a fun little, like if you have a little 4 life paths running around, or if you
okay.
and then if your life path is this or that, then your first reaction might be this, but the little girl is saying that. Just did a reading.
That would be fabulous.
See, I learned so much when I'm creating, so I can't wait to be learning.
Thank you. It's so fun. I just love the creation part of it.
Yeah,
really
perfect.
Thank you.
And And Trish, you've been using the new.
This is my newest. Cover's going to change on this one. This is my my beautiful tarot. I love it. That is.
Oh my gosh.
It's not like it's traditional meanings of a tarot. Everything's traditional, but the imagery is not people fighting with sticks. The imagery is astrology. So it brings in your pentacles are going to talk about your Capricorns, your Virgos.
Oh my gosh.
And this is a Capricorn here. I don't have a Taurus on the top of my cards here. This is fire. This is a Leo. So, and that's the king. That's the king of Leo. So, and that's a wand. You can see the king of wands. So it's all about, instead of people petty battles with sticks, it's going to bring in the energy of the correct astrology sign that suits that. So it gives you a deeper meaning of tarot as well, if you can bring in the astrology meanings. And it comes with a guidebook because it's complicated. You've got to bring in that astrology meaning. But yeah, a couple of more changes. I just want to change the bottom line. You can't see it good enough. You can see the top and you can see the side, but that bottom line, I've just got to change the font on that one there and the color, I think. So that's really the only changes that I make. And then I've got to change a couple of the images. This one here is the Two of Pentacles. I feel that I brought in the Capricorn energy, but I want to bring in the Taurus energy because in this deck, Taurus is the ace. And then the Taurus because I've told each one as a story. The journey of the soul into the physical body is the major arcana. The story of the Pentacles is the story of the suit of in the zodiacs, or your earth signs. So it starts with the Taurus, he's ace, and then he comes in on his journey, the journey of the zodiac. He meets Capricorn. So it shows the two energy. This is the number 2. So it will show the Capricorn with Taurus, which I've got to change the artwork together, and it brings in their values and their traits and how they relate to what the Two of Pentacles actually means. So that's been a beautiful process creating that one.
Wow.
But yeah, that one I'll do the final touches on that while I'm away as well. And that one will be ready when I get back in March, ready to put up on the website. But I've loved it. I love it's such a high vibration when I'm creating, and I miss it when I'm not, because I'm not creating right now. But yeah, I miss the energy when I'm not creating.
Oh, wonderful. That's just beautiful. Oh,
thank you.
Absolutely.
I put my whole heart into this one. I've gone a little bit more old school, especially with the major arcana. Like I've really gone into my old style with the major arcana. So a lot of detail. This is the Wheel of Fortune. So Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Jupiter. So you can see the Jupiter running through the Wheel of Fortune. The whole, every one of the major arcanas has got the little swirl in it, which is representing the soul, which is the Fool, makes its decision. And I don't have it at the top of my deck to grab it, to enter into this life or incarnate into the physical body. And it's an image of a person waiting with their dog, just like the normal Fool card, to incarnate into this life. And so it's told through the path of the soul on the other side waiting to come through. And the soul comes through and meets the magician. And then the magician's all about bringing all the different elements together and that process. So I've written the story all the way through of what they all mean, but they all have the little swirl within the imagery. I've put lots of little bits of detail of imagery in the background, showing that part of ourselves is always there. It's in the background of who we were before we came here and where we enter when we get to the world stage, the world card at the end of the major arcana. So it's always there. But sometimes we forget during whatever stage we are up to of that major arcana. We forget sometimes, and it becomes very small in the image because it's out of our minds. The Hierophant energy is about when we give our power away. We give our power away to religious leaders, and we can't enter into that space of contact and connection unless we enter it through the priest or through the religion or the church. And we gave our power away in that way. So the little spiral is tiny because and it's blocked by the Hierophant in that image because we have to go through the Hierophant to get to that space. It's a reminder that we are always connected to that space, but at different parts of our journey, it becomes bigger or smaller depending on how connected we are. And obviously the high priestess, she's about remembering that part of ourselves, so it becomes bigger in that image. As well as sticking with the traditional parts. So it's got the pomegranates in it, it's got the moon, it's represented by the moon, so it's got the moon symbology in it. So it sticks to traditional tarot imagery and symbology, but it tells it through a story of our journey as a soul in incarnating here.
I'm speechless.
I love it.
I've loved every single minute of creating this one. I put my heart into this one. Really
you
deep.
are. It shows. It shows.
Yes.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Absolutely.
When do you think that's going to hit the press?
March. I'd say March. Yeah. I just want to finalize, just make sure it's readable and make those couple of art changes where I've got to put the collaborate the two signs together, and that's for a couple of the cards. But yeah, and then it'll be ready. It's very, very close.
So happy for you. Oh, how exciting.
Yeah. It's
wow.
Yeah. Deborah, I'm sure that you're familiar with some of Trisha's decks, but they're
impeccable. Yeah, they're wonderful.
Divinely guided. They all come through spirit. I mean, I can't, like, the whole thing comes through spirit, every process. They show me pictures, they show me the colors, they show me this one, they showed me landscape, and I'm like, that's not really what land, but I just go with it. I say, okay, this is what you're showing me, this is what I'll do. And when it all comes out in the end, it blows me away. But you've just got to really surrender to what spirit says you have to do, and you just do it.
I love it. I can't wait to get it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm loving it. Loving using it.
That's so great.
Fabulous.
Connie said,
I might pop out because we're coming to the end of the hour here, and been great to meet you, Deborah. Can't wait to work with you this year. And thank you always, Marina. Always loved your energy, love doing your shows, and thank you so much for having me back again.
Awesome.
Have a good vacation. We'll be in touch, and hopefully we'll have a chance to do a collab before you take off.
Before I go, yes, have to book that in for sure. Thanks so much. Bye to everybody.
Thank you. Thanks, Trish. Bye for now. I think that you're really going to enjoy working with Trish. It's just her energy is just absolutely fabulous, and her cards are just so
divinely
just resonate.
Inspired. Yeah, they're beautiful.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Just trust the process, and it's, I'm almost to the point where I'm thinking of just sending her my bank account information and saying, whenever there's a deck, just take it out. Just, don't.
Me, an automatic.
Yeah, automatic withdrawal. Don't worry about it. So,
it's so nice.
And I've been thinking over the last little while that it's been a minute since we've done a collaboration.
I know I'm going to come back around. I promise. I was away writing for a while, but
and that's absolutely perfectly acceptable. So
thank you. It was kind of fun to hear Trish talk about that part when you're the happiest when you're creating, but then you're not socializing. And some people can do it all, and I can't really do it all. I have to do one or the other.
You know what? I am one of the things that I have been trying to work with, and I'm trying to be very patient with myself, is the divining rods.
Oh, nice. I'm trying something. Sometimes I don't know if they're really working for me or if I'm doing something to somehow manipulate them.
And sometimes when I, bring them closer together, there are some answers, and other times it's like they just want to spin. And so,
Like the chariot. Out of control.
yeah, exactly. Hold on tight, we're taking off, But
Right.
yeah, so I'm trying to be patient and work with that. But if it doesn't work, it's okay. I've kind of accepted that I don't have to be able to work with everything.
Yeah, but like you work with the pendulum.
Yes.
So the pendulum, you already know what the answer is just by the little tug on your hand. So you might be moving or whatever, but there's a tug that is not you. And so it doesn't matter really what it does, the pendulum. And I think that's the same with the rods.
It could be. It could be. The other thing that and the thought that came to me is the some of the rods that have the handles on them, some of the handles are very thin and other handles are a little thicker. And because I have arthritis in my fingers, maybe I chose the ones that were a little thinner, and maybe I need to go to something that's a little heftier, and that might work better.
Try a cloth. Try a cloth.
Oh.
Yeah. So because it'll spin just fine if it's a cloth, yes. But you'll be able to hang on to it better.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that. Oh, that's a really good idea. I'm going to do that because I think that might make all the difference. Yeah. So
I love that. I love all this stuff we get to do.
Yes. And look, I've got Diana Bowles. Oh, you know what we forgot, you guys?
Oh,
Diana, just hang on for a minute. I don't know if Val was having difficulties getting on. Hold on, I have an email here, and I bet you. I wonder if there was.
We were having trouble with her StreamYard.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's what it was. So for those of you that we are just past the 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time slot. So let me quickly. I'm going to read the notes that I had read earlier, and let this be our 7 p.m. prayer.
Okay.
And okay. So, welcome to the 14th Shine Your Light event, a monthly gathering of like-minded souls who are helping to consciously and intentionally manifest the world we want to live in, based on love, compassion, unity, and our collective participation in the I Am, the source we all come from, and we believe that anything is possible. The impossible just takes a little longer. And remember, impossible is made up of I am possible. So I'm possible. And yes, we certainly are. Our souls have been on a journey through Earth School many times. And we have learned that when we are together, when our intentions align with those of love, light, compassion, and unity, we truly become the spark that ignites infinite possibilities. We are all divine beings having a human experience. We cannot appreciate the sunlight without the darkness, change without questioning ideas, love without feeling lonely, joy without knowing hardship, freedom without knowing restraint, unity without knowing segregation. The fact that we are all here now, at this moment, speaks to our spiritual growth and aligns more closely with the concept that the world we want to create is one of inclusion, of love, of truth, and ultimately one of pure joy. That is what we are here to do, to remember. We've known all along that together we are better, that there is enough for everyone, that filling someone else's cup doesn't mean that your own is depleted. What has taken our human journey thousands of years to understand has been but a blink of an eye to our greater selves, the I Am. So as you join with us for this event, do so with the knowledge that our collective vibration resonates with our highest purpose. That what we are doing is making a difference, and that your participation in this event, by turning on your porch lights and shining your light at the top of the hour, is being multiplied exponentially across the universe. Be the change you want to see in the world, without fear and in the knowledge that ultimately light always wins. Always. Okay.
That's lovely.
Thank you. And there's our Val.
I fell asleep.
There's our Val.
I'm a little late.
And I'm going to add.
I was thinking the other Val, Valerie Illumination Portal.
So yeah, she'll be coming on, but there is. I thought you might have been having some issues.
The issue
so
I
I
had
said-
was falling asleep.
Oh,
I'm sorry, everyone.
Oh,
I
I
was
stayed asleep.
It was just, sorry about that.
It's that 10-minute that you can't get out of,
There you go.
My eyes are closed. How did that happen?
I was laying there listening to something, and the next thing I know, I
Right.
was gone.
Mr.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Send me a dream.
Well, you know what? Let's just very, very quickly, we're going to let Val do her,
Yes.
set the intention. We're a few minutes late, but you know what? Time can shift.
Time
So
can
pretend
shift and more.
But it's 10 minutes to 7. There you
Yeah.
go.
Right? Shift happens, and here we go.
Yes.
Okay. So, Marina, if you don't, thank you so much. And then, so we're going to dispense with the breaths, but just take one in. Take a deep breath in, light filling your heart, and exhale slowly through your mouth and imagine light filling the entire planet. In fact, all the way out into infinity, your beautiful light. Beloved source, beloved current of life that moves through all things, we align now with the natural flow of our own expression. We release this idea that light must be managed, that it must be directed, that it must be done correctly. We remember that light is not something that we perform. It is something that moves as us when we stop interfering. In this moment, we let go of effort. We lay down the impulse to try, to adjust, to monitor ourselves from the outside. We invite our awareness to drop fully into the body, into the breath, into the sensation, into presence. We feel the quiet intelligence that knows how to speak, how to listen, how to act, how to pause. We align expression, where we allow expression to arise organically through our words or silence, through movement or stillness, through connection or solitude. There is no correct way for light to express itself. Some light comforts, some light clarifies, some light disrupts illusion gently, some light simply holds space. All are sacred. We release the habit of self-editing before expression. We release the need to anticipate reactions. We release the subtle tension of getting it right. We trust the timing of our truth. We trust the intelligence of restraint as much as expression. We trust what moves through us is guided from within. As we breathe, we feel light circulating naturally from heart to voice, from heart to hands, from heart to presence. We are not pushing it outward, we are allowing it to move freely. We recognize that effortless expression feels like ease, like authenticity, like alignment rather than effort. We affirm quietly within, I allow my light to move naturally. I trust my timing. I trust my presence. I trust the wisdom moving through me. We rest in this flow now, allowing integration to complete itself, knowing that expression does not require urgency. It requires permission. And so it is, anchored in the body, expressed through the soul, and received in grace. So be it. So shall it be. It is done. Okay.
So
Thank you.
Fabulous.
I know there's a book coming in the works with your prayers, essays. They're beautiful, and it's like the whole conversation with God series.
It is. Thank you, Diane.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. Absolutely. And I think we mentioned that last month, or maybe even the month before, that seriously, Val, you need to put them all together, because there is just so much wisdom, even if it's one of those things that, you read once a day. Let that be something that you read first thing in the morning, and let that be your intention.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I can see a date book coming out with that.
Oh,
Yes.
That's
well,
a date book, right? This is for the week. Pick a paragraph and do your bibliomancy, whatever it's called. Poke on here and see what it tells you. That's your virtue for the day, right?
Oh, that's nice.
There you go, right?
That's a good idea. Well, thank you. Thank you guys for receiving it late, but still doing so.
I was wondering what that sound was. It was coming through. My right ear was ringing.
There you go.
This time I'm going to set an alarm, and I'll be back for the.
All right.
Back for the last one. Bye, everyone.
Bye, Val.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
That's so funny.
Hello, Valerie Bradshaw. Hello,
ladies.
Hello, ladies.
So what's our astrology of the moment? Oh my gosh, I can't.
Well,
I've been waiting for this.
I'm sure you feel it already.
I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to mute myself, because I think I'm the one that might be causing some of the problems. So I'm going to mute myself while you guys chat.
Okay.
That's wonderful. And since I want to make your pictures bigger, I'm going to reset and watch from the bleachers.
Thank you for being here, Deborah. It is very much appreciated.
Yeah.
I hope you'll join us on the next one too.
Absolutely, yes, I'd love that. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye for now. Okay.
Are you feeling it yet? You feeling it already? Right? I mean, we're in that moon. We're not. I mean, it's still in Cancer, or is it just getting ready to move? But because I didn't print one chart out for today, but and so I've forgotten what time it goes into Leo. But that energy is already there. That shift happens that we've been talking about. It's like, it's really happening. It's really happening.
Yes. It really is.
And what is amazing to me right now is that we have this grand trine in fire setting up. This is going to be emotional, because it is White Moon Lilith, who is also called Selene, Black Moon Lilith, and then at the other end, we have Eris Xena, who I prefer to call Xena, and Chiron in Aries. And White Moon Lilith in Leo with the moon approaching her, and Black Moon Lilith over there in Sagittarius, and she's trying to run away from it all, and she can't. It's like, you've got to stop and face the music. And Val, how did you say that? Because it's in the title of our show for tomorrow night.
Oh, geez.
You got to turn on your mic, hon. We can't
Oh,
hear
it's
you.
not on? Ooh.
Or volume up.
My volume, can you hear me now? Can you hear me? No?
Can't hear you.
Oh, my goodness. My volume's all the way up, I think. Here we go. How about that?
There you go. Almost.
Okay, I can hear you.
Okay, cool.
Oh, no, I can't.
You can't hear me? No? Can anyone
All right,
else?
let
hear
me exit and I'll come back since I'm the one who seems to be having the trouble.
Okay. All right. So tomorrow is in bulk. It's a cross-quarter holiday, but it's also the full moon in Leo. And it's the last moon before we get into eclipse season on the 17th. And that's the same day as the Fire Horse Chinese New Year. But tomorrow's full moon in Leo is asking us to have the courage to be our authentic selves, right? It's like all of that stuff that we've been clearing for years and years and years. And it's asking us to be who we are being guided to remember ourselves to be. I know it sounds convoluted, but really some people, and I know I was one of them, were very stuck in not wanting to be seen, not wanting to shine, not wanting to speak up and be, I love this stuff. And I would have never came out in public if it wasn't for my guides encouraging me. But the astrology, it's been, what we've been in the 9 year, right? The Chinese year of the wood snake, where we're just purging and releasing and purging and releasing. And that goes on till the 17th. But now it's like, okay, you can go forward as your authentic self and shine. It's courage. It's being the leader of your own life.
Yeah.
Does that sound right, Diana?
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
We're at 1 degree Leo right now, moon.
Okay, so we moved. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We can start dancing now, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we have that huge stellium in Aquarius. And that is so important because look at what is going on in the public view right now. Look at what's going on in Minnesota and how the formation of community is solidifying. It is that Saturn getting ready to go into fire. That Saturn and the strength of Neptune in fire. And now he's ready to bake bricks. He's made all that mud with Saturn, and he is actually the leader, because even when Saturn catches up to him, Saturn is the one who has set the pace for what the dream is, what we are putting our sights on, how to improve and how to go back to all the things that we have seen and worked through and still ended up in this place. And now's the time, especially since this is the day that people should do their draconic chart, because this is the day that everybody gets a 0 degree north node, February 1st. It is the day of the lengthening of light. It's Bridget's feast. Tonight is the eve of bride. And everybody should be putting a piece of cloth a shawl, a blanket, anything that is like your sake, put it out there so that as bride comes through and extends the light and brings back that firepower of her forge, she blesses the cloth. And the cloth is whatever you need it for. It is your healing. It is for if you have a headache, or if you have your eyes are going nuts, you lay it over them, a toothache, midwifing. And this is the time of lambing. Imolk is because the sheep are starting to lactate. And if they haven't given birth, they're going to be giving birth soon, especially as we progress through the rest of the month of February. So all of this is coming together at such a time when it just keeps bringing us back to the divine feminine. There we are with Xena up at the top in Aries, and Selene over here, and Lilith over here. Powerful, powerful points and asteroid in the sky. And then Chiron, the doctor of it all, is right there conjunct Xena. So what is it you personally need to heal? That has been the wounding over all of these repetitive history landmarks.
Yeah, it's so cool. And this degree for this full moon is 13 degrees. That's a degree of the goddess. So we have the goddess on Imbolc, which is Bridget, and Chericlo is Chiron's wife, and she's in Aquarius too. So what we have is these pile ups. We had a pile up in Capricorn. We have the pile up in Aquarius this month. Next month, we're going to have the pile up in Pisces. And the month after that, the pile up in Aries. There's a reason. Okay, this is spirit. This is how I see it. Giving us a message of aligning every aspect of ourselves, right? The Aquarian in us is highly intellectual, but it's all community based. It wants to bring everyone together. You see all the protests. You see the people coming together. That's huge right now, because there is no way to stop that. We have like 7, maybe 8 planetary bodies in Aquarius right now that are wanting to unify. Mm-hmm. Right. And right across from it is Leo. Leo moon is going to be sitting there all across by itself. Be in the heart. Be in your heart. Be who you are, and shine that light, because they're across from each other on the wheel. So it's giving all that Aquarius the courage to be in their heart, to stand up. Aquarius is very rebellious. They revolutionary. Things change in Aquarius season. And as we enter, Dinah was talking about Neptune just entered Aries after being in Pisces for 14 years, where we've all been like in a fog and dreaming and, imagining, and we can see the division it created. Well, now Aries, Neptune in Aries is like the spiritual warrior is coming in, and Saturn's going to show up with her on the 20th exactly, and he's going to be at 0 Aries. Now, then he's going to create the structures for the spiritual warriors to the collective to thrive in. Now, this doesn't happen overnight. It's going to play out, of course, over time, but he's going to pull out in front as we leave that last pile up of planets in Aries. Everybody starts to separate, and things become a little bit more, I don't know. I want to say relaxed, but I don't know. I don't know if that's true. We are managed right now to make a change, right?
Right. Right. Well, and think about this. That moon in Leo is at what? Not even quite 1 degree yet, because it takes him an hour and a half to get to 1 degree. So he's going to be going over all of the planets and points in the sky in opposition before he gets to the sun in opposition. And then he's going to go and be opposite Venus and Mercury. So all of this is coming at a time when we are ready to stand up and fight.
Got to.
And that's that Black Moon Lilith. And she's in Sagittarius, and she's using her higher mind in this.
Mm-hmm.
And Celine has the passion for the moon because they're sharing Leo.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's important. And don't you think that that's the main thing that this moon is saying is once you are connected to your heart's the leader, and you connect to your mind, you realize not only do we unconditionally love and accept each other, but the most important thing is for us to have our freedoms. That's really what Aquarius is mainly about. So we have to stand up within ourselves, take leadership over our own lives, and then stand together so we can ensure we all maintain our freedoms. Wouldn't you think?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So that at the time of the moon tomorrow, that full moon, Parts Fortune is going to be sharing the house and be in Aquarius. Now I did this because we're all wrapped up in how this is going to go forward for the nation, because we can't help it. Part of how we go forward depends on how the nation goes forward.
Yes.
So all of this, almost everything in Aquarius is going to show up in the 7th house. And the 7th house is what? Libra's balance. And that puts the moon in the 1st house. I've got the strength. I have the integrity. I know how to go and take care of. And I know how to do it I know when to growl, and I know when to step back and just use my strength silently.
Yeah.
So often you speak less, you say more. Right?
That's true. And another thing with all those, I forget who it was I was watching, they were talking about on the Aquarius side, okay, where Parts of Fortune's there, Mars and Pluto were just conjunct last week. I mean, every planet went by Pluto is kind of like a, you're being knighted, right? You're being knighted by Pluto for this epic stand for freedom. Okay.
And there they are sitting on your Jupiter, because they're all at 3 degrees. Estrella and Pluto and Parts Fortune. So you'll get all your painting done tomorrow.
Yeah, I will. I got my painting. Yeah, but on either side of that sun at 13 degrees, we have Shiva on right before, and Shiva is about dissolving, right? Dissolving all that is not what's best for the all, right? The collective. And then on the other side is Atlantis. And I thought that was really cool how this person explained that, like we're also remembering what didn't work in Atlantis so we don't repeat those mistakes, and
at 13 degrees and 0 minutes is Vulcan.
Oh, really? I didn't have that one down. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, talk about being in the Kazami with the sun. There is no separating the two of them. That first ray of strength and power is there for all of us to share and participate in. It's the luminaries. It's the moon and the sun. And it's just...
It's epic. It really is.
Yeah.
Nobody...
Well, especially leading into the eclipse, which we must all be feeling by now, too.
Yes.
We know what we don't want it to be.
Right. Yeah, that's the truth. And this is fire, right? Leo rules fire. The eclipse is fire. It's a solar eclipse too. And then that same day is the Chinese New Year of the fire horse. This is burning away everything that is not for the all's highest good, right? And there's another thing I wanted to say to you, Dinah. Oh, Vesta, she's right there before the sun too. That's the spark of the divine. the spark of the divine in all of us that we tend to and we nurture. I mean, and what you want for yourself, you want that for everyone else. That's the only, especially in Aquarius,
right? And Mars is right there in front of Vesta.
Yeah.
At 7 degrees. He's like gung-ho. Let's moving it forward. Keep this moment going. Don't let it stop. And it's migrating state to state. It's not going to stop.
Mm-mm.
When I think of the things that were released yesterday, and then a few more trickled out today, it's like
unbelievable.
How did that happen?
Yeah. And that's, don't
that one.
Yeah, don't you think there's a lot of magic happening there behind the scenes, unseen forces releasing things for us, and like you said with that Mars is giving us the strength to stand in our power, and he's just so close to Pluto that it's really our foundation, our inner foundation of we're not backing down, and we this is the time. If you're going to go for it and retain freedoms, this is the time to do it. This is the moment. This moment, I don't know the last time it's happened. I don't recall all these planets being in Aquarius with Pluto. It would have had to been
as big of a stellium in any sign in the past.
Sorry, ladies, I'm just going to interrupt you just for a quick second here, and I'm going to bring Mel Doerr to join us. Mel.
Hi, everybody. I would have been here sooner, but
you.
Thank you. Our internet has been really glitchy. It's been terrible the past week. I don't know what it is, but I couldn't get on for a while, so here I am.
Well, that's perfect. We're glad to have you here, and I don't know if you've been listening to the discussion Valerie and Diana have been having, and it's like, okay, you know what? I get more and more excited with each sentence. Like, yes, yes, yes. I'm ready to jump on that fire horse and grab a hold of, part of the mane and like take me for a ride. Just let's go.
I just got on. Our internet came back on. I don't know if everybody's having trouble. I don't know if it's the router or whatever.
Yeah.
But I just caught a little bit of it, so I apologize. I don't quite know the whole gist of it all, but
that's okay.
I'm sorry, say again.
Shift happens. That's the gist of it.
Shift happens. I love it.
You remember that one.
Well, I've got my porch light on, so there you go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for doing that, and I'm so glad that you were able to join us, even if it is later, because you've been having internet issues. I've been having issues with echoing and volume, and it is what it is. You know what? We can get upset, we can get angry, or we can just go,
right.
Okay.
It's okay.
Mel's the talisman because the echo went away.
Mm-hmm.
Aha, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't ever leave, Mel.
I'm stuck.
You're here forever. Yes.
But
yes.
Well, the last thing I'm going to say about that full moon tomorrow and Imbolc and all of this epic energy that we're in, it is a lot. It is a lot on the nervous system. So care for yourself, care for your nervous system. Take breaks, drink water, and meditate, exercise, go for a walk, be in nature, anything, because as all this is going on, we're all being, we're all ascending one, and all of our systems are being upgraded by the sun. The protons, neutrons, our carbon bodies are going to crystalline. So there's a lot going on. It's you know, the humans are so resilient. I just love watching how strong we are, really. You know?
Well, and all of this pile up of planets in Aquarius. This is, look at Sicily. Sicily has fallen apart. Sicily is losing inches, not just inches, feet, yards. The shoreline has disappeared, and there's this big cliff with half the city of Sicily at the bottom of the cliff. And all of the earthquakes and the volcanoes and one of the fault lines in California, off the coast of California, is missing. Where the three come together, one of them is missing.
It's
I heard
missing.
that. Yeah, one of them has gone lower below, and San Andreas is there, and another one is there, but the third one that intersected has now disappeared, has now gone lower. So this is this why Sicily is losing so much of itself?
And that's an Aquarius thing too. Well, Uranus rules Aquarius, and that's shocks, surprises, earthquakes, volcanoes, all that stuff. And I see the sun is oops, I think you got taken off. I know. I was having a hard time with my stuff earlier, but I'm sure we all are, you know.
Yeah.
Got the cyclone.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
let's hope that he comes back.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You guys go ahead, and if he comes,
okay, you watch
back, and I'll
and
just
then
put
we'll
him
be
on.
quiet when he gets here so he can talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So this is, I mean, we're making history. These aspects, they can't even find a time when Neptune and Saturn were at 0 degrees Aries. That doesn't happen until the 20th of February. I mean, thousands and thousands of years. It's a new era because of its being on that 0 degree Aries is a world point. It's technically 0 degree Aries is spring equinox. It's the beginning of the new. It's the planting of the seed.
There you are.
Yeah, I got kicked off for a second to come back on. I'm telling you, the internet.
Well, we're going to be quiet so you can do some talking.
No.
Just in case it happens again.
Let me just try one thing here. You guys go ahead. I'm just trying to get the bugs worked out of this.
Okay.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah.
That 0 degree Aries is important because on February 20th, when Neptune and Saturn go there, we're going to have the yearly 0 degree Aries on the spring equinox, which is February 20th. So it's like that spirit talking to us. This is a new era, new beginning. Plant your seeds, and however you want to word this. This has never happened in our lives, and it hasn't happened in thousands and thousands of years. So we're creating all this. So as the old era is dying and dissolving, we're creating the new. It's just happening simultaneously, and that's the hard part because we're in the chaos. You know, we've been in the chaos for a while, and this is why it's important.
In March. So we're not getting away from any of this very fast, right? We got the solar eclipse coming, and then the lunar eclipse comes on what, March 5th? Oh, whoa. Is that right?
I will be in
March 3rd.
Iceland. I'll be in Iceland for the eclipse in August. I'm excited.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
You know, when the one happened here, it was about 4 or 5 years ago. Gary and I went, and it was raining and overcast. So we were at the Walter Cronkite Center, whatever state that's in, I forget. It was longer than that, maybe. But anyway, it was funny because, you know, it was rainy, but we experienced the eclipse. We just didn't get to see the sun eclipse, but it got dark. So then I was last year in Carbondale, Southern Illinois, and it was kind of rainy the night before the day. The weather was beautiful. And it's just something to see when you see that, you know, we had the goggles we were through, But during totality, because the corona of the sun and that total eclipse was incredible. People were crying. It was the energy was awesome. So Iceland, I think, is a lot of fun. But you know, I can say that when I've experienced eclipses, they brought lots of positive energy for me. Lots of fun, positive things. Because the sun is the giver of life. And
Yes.
you know, I think maybe we look at it in that aspect, then it's about rebirth and about new beginnings and uplifting the energy. I mean, look at the energy of what the people in Minnesota, for example. What happened there was horrific, but people got together peacefully and you know, under their constitutional right to do so, peaceful assembly. And the National Guard was out there handing out donuts and coffee to the people who were peacefully assembled. And you know, it was horrible that those people got killed. It was just horrific. But you know how people, you know, the citizens band together to stand up against negativity. And it's catching all over. So what we're doing, I think, with you know this the shine your light and the uplifting, it's catching on all over.
Right.
And I just see it snowballing, and that's so it's like an eclipse. It's just so incredible, the energies of people banding together. So when people want to give up, I say no, don't. Look, feel the energy of all being together. You know.
It is such a good feeling to be so joyful, to be so and to be joyful, I guess, joyful, happy, looking forward. Honestly, it's been, I would say, probably the last year that I have had no fear. I see things happening. I recognize that they are wrong, and how unfair they are in a lot of ways. But at the edge of all that is the perspective of looking forward with great anticipation. Like, okay, we're going through this, but what we're going to create at the end of it. And now we are at the point where, you know, we're no longer sitting back in the 60s, 70s saying, oh yeah, I can't wait for the age of Aquarius. We're there. We made it. We're here. And we're witnessing it. So yeah,
well, and not only that, but the song was fulfilled when we had the new moon. It was in the 7th house. And Jupiter was out there by himself, and all the other, including Venus, Sun, Mercury, Earth, Mars, were in this long stretch of an alignment. And I'm telling you, I went looking for this years ago, went looking for it in charts. When's the moon going to be in the 7th house? When is this going to happen? And there it was. It happened at the new moon.
Yes. Yeah. It's encouraging. It's encouraging. And, you know, I hope that when we are through this, I don't think that I ever see myself saying, oh, okay, I'm not sure that we need the Shine Your Light event anymore.
Oh, we need
oh no.
Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna have to leave it to someone in my will. Let's put it that way.
You know, you were talking about fear, and I find people in this country getting locked into fear. And when and I tell this story a gazillion times, you probably heard it before, but when I had cancer, when I was first diagnosed, I was petrified. Very few people knew about it. Linda Grindle took me off a lot of ledges during that period, but I was petrified. And I kept saying to Spirit, give me something, you know, and it just seemed like it was the lowest ebb, and I thought, I'm not getting any messages from spirit, nothing. And all of a sudden, it hit me. It came through clear as a bell. Don't let the fear stand in front of you and hold you back. Let it get behind you and push you forward.
I love that.
And
Yeah.
Yes.
I got through it. And telling myself I didn't need to be a victim to cancer. I had cancer, but I wasn't cancer. And this country has a cancer in it. And we don't have to be the victim to cancer or be cancer. I think all of us speaking up with this positive energy we're doing and standing up for ourselves and not letting the fear stand in front of us, letting it push us forward, will get us through this. You know, this dark night shall soon pass.
Yeah.
And I feel a shift of the energy already.
Mm-hmm.
You know, do I get angry about what's going on? Absolutely. Do I scream at the TV? Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Do I get fearful? Occasionally, but I remember what Spirit told me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my message to everybody out there in any aspect of life. When you want to give up, when you're so fearful, let it get behind you and push forward. And Marina, I like when you said that you're not living in fear, because they want us to stay in fear, and we're stepping out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Will you say that again? I want to write it down.
Don't let the fear stand in front of you and hold you back. Let it get behind you and push you forward.
Love it. Love it. Yeah.
Yes.
And we know it's a psyop, right? They the only way that they can gain traction, which they lost, in my opinion, already, is by putting fear out every second of the day. You know, and yeah, it's all for all, and it's crazy, and you're like, oh, you know, but we know that there's fake MAGA chatbots. We know that there's all these different psyops going on. One of them is called, oh goodness, what's it called? AstroTurfing. That and this is a plan. It's, you know, they're playing for their project and all that, but you know, the human spirit is throughout the world. The world is supporting us. We don't get to see a lot of that footage, you know, but they're standing up for us. And
Right.
Yes, and the U.S. isn't the only country that is going through this.
right.
Every country is going through it to some degree. It's just that, you know, the U.S. is the biggest, the largest, the loudest, the whatever, right? So and that's not by accident. That is absolutely by design. That's the way that it had to be. And I'm sure that, you know, you've heard me say it before, that as a human being, I have no regard for the orange Cheeto. As a spiritual being, I can appreciate that he was the only one that could have brought all this about. I think that it needed that special kind of personality in order to bring it about. So spiritually, I can say, okay, I understand what you're doing.
Beautifully
So
said.
I don't need to have that vitriol, that hate in me,
Right.
in that I can, yeah, okay,
Right.
you know
Because
what?
We can hate what he does. We can
Yes.
strongly
Yes.
dislike what he does.
Yes.
But if we start hating each other, whatever their affiliation, then
Yes.
that's what he wants, and that puts us on his level. And I refuse to go to that level. You know,
And
Exactly.
when
and
I
he-
saw Carney in Canada speak, at Davos or whatever, and he
Mhm.
talked about the storekeeper sign in the window, and he was talking about like what Trump, you know, we all put our signs in the window because that was the thing we were supposed to do. And then one day, the storekeeper took the sign out of the window because he didn't agree with what was going on. And Carney said, "We're taking our sign out of the window." and that was so powerful that we don't have to put a sign in the window. We can take it out or put a sign up that says on strike.
Yes.
Well, we can
Yes.
sympathize with the little child in him that never healed, the wounded boy that is still within him. But he had a choice to make. As an adult, he got himself where he is.
But I think what Carney said was a message for us all to take our power back and not let
Exactly.
anybody.
Yes. Yeah. And like he said, you're either at the table or you're on the menu.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was a brilliant speech, you know, and
Yeah.
John's speech was brilliant. I don't want to get overly political here, but you know, Trump is being a bully. And I think the message to us all is, number one, let's don't take our freedom for granted or our democracy. Very precious things. But number three, we don't have to succumb to the bully or the bully thugs. And we're standing up in peace and harmony, shining our light, and it's it doesn't seem, but it's working.
And that's the syndrome. That's the syndrome that he's in. I can blame everybody else. I'm going to be the bully, and they're still gonna come at me, and they're going to come at me. But you're setting yourself up to have that happen.
Right.
Yes.
And it is him. Like he's the face of the patriarchy dying. Somebody had this Oregon Valley girl just said that, and Diana and I have alluded to this quite a few times over the years, where this is the heartless. I call them heartless and soulless in their death throes. You know, they're as more and more of us wake up, and we didn't have as many people now then, like 4 years ago. It's exponential now. People are waking up so fast. So there's nowhere for them to hide because the light is shining. You know, it's blind.
It's a sign of the maturity of humanity.
You know,
exactly.
When Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed away during, you know, his first regime, she came to me. It was fun. Hi.
Hey, Mel.
Yeah, we met.
Yeah, we've been on shows before.
But she showed me this little flick of light, and then it got bigger, and then the darkness came and pushed back, and it kept getting bigger, and the darkness pushed it, and it was just a glowing ember, but it hung on, and then pretty soon, and there was this. Every time it would get bigger, the pushed it back. But each time it came back, the light spread, and the light spread, and the light spread.
Wow.
I thought she was talking about his first presidency, but she was talking about now.
Yeah.
And, you know, my guys all assured me that our lights will shine, and his darkness or anyone won't be able to extinguish.
A gust of wind does not blow an ember out. A gust of wind makes the ember ignite. Exactly.
Right.
Remember, they used to have bellows all the time by the fire. Keep it going, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Oh, well, we are 5 minutes away from the top of the hour on the Pacific Standard Time, Pacific Coast. And those of you in Hawaii, feel free to celebrate with that. So I am going to mute myself, and Val is going to lead us in the final prayer and intention, and I'm going to take a minute and actually step away from the computer for a second. Okay. All right. You're on, Val.
Thank you. And so all of you, take a deep breath in, imagine light filling your heart, and as you exhale through your mouth slowly, and visualize that light going all the way out to the world and out into infinity. And that is your beautiful light. And beloved source of all that is, beloved presence that lives through every heart gathered here, we come now into completion. We acknowledge the light that has remembered the ways it has been freed, the natural flow through which it now moves. And we set the intention to release any remaining sense of obligation. We let go of the belief that our light must do something, that it must heal, awaken, convince, or carry others. We remember that light serves simply by being present. In this moment, we release the responsibility for outcomes. We release the attachment to how others receive us. We receive the subtle weight of wanting to make a difference. Our light does not force change, it creates resonance. Our light does not force change, it creates resonance. Our light does not persuade, it invites. Our light does not rescue, it reminds. We allow ourselves to stand as quiet beacons rooted in the body, open in the heart, clear in presence. We feel our light expanding naturally beyond us, not reaching, not striving, simply radiating. Those who are ready will feel it. Those who are not will not be disturbed by it. Both are honored. We trust the intelligence of the field. We trust the timing of each soul's remembrance. We trust that nothing is required of us beyond authenticity. As we prepare to move back into our lives, we anchor this knowing gently into the body, that we do not carry the world on our shoulders, that we are not responsible for awakening anyone, that our light is already doing what it came here to do. We affirm quietly within, I allow my light to serve without effort. I release responsibility for outcomes. I honor my sovereignty and the sovereignty of others. I move forward grounded, whole, and at peace. We take a final breath together, feeling the field seal softly, complete yet open, present yet free. And so it is, anchored in the earth, aligned with source, carried forward with grace. And so it is, so shall it be. It is done. Okay. Thank you, Mel, for sending the light out.
Oh, thank you, Val. That was, yeah. If there was such a thing as a perfect ending, then that was a perfect ending. But
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Terry, hi.
Oh, hi, Val. Your prayer like read my soul.
Oh, thank you. It's been so long. I'm so glad to see you. And Valerie and Diana and Mel and Marina, all of you. I'm going to leave you here for the rest of the show. And yeah, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Val.
Bye.
Thank you, as always. See you later. Hello, Terry. How are you?
Oh, I am doing really fine. I am so happy to be here, and I've been that prayer just helped so much.
I know. The prayers today have all aligned so beautifully that it's like, I want to have it printed on a big billboard and just read it every day.
Anybody else get visions and chills with that last one? Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. So I'm so grateful to everyone for not only being here, but for sharing this message with me, because it's important. it means something. And what you were saying earlier, Mel, about fear, and I thought, yeah, if you want to think about, the the bully is strong when he's dealing with one person. But when he's dealing with 2 people and 3 people and 10 people and 20 people, all of a sudden you realize that there is no power behind him, that there is nothing, um, yes, you might take a swing at me, but there's people behind me. How many swings have you got? So yeah, light always wins in the end. Always. It never fails. So, yeah. We got to keep that in mind. Fabulous. Fabulous. Oh, Terry, I can't wait to find out what you have for us.
Well, I am. I was really happy that you asked me and to come in and do these. And like often happens, they decide what I'm going to do. And this time they have not. I'm not doing an Akashic healing, which is what I usually do. And I'm not going to do an angelic healing. They have asked me to do a spiritual journey instead that leads to healing. Okay. So I just want to pause a second.
Let me just let you know, I am going to mute myself. So you carry on, and hopefully that will take out any interference with the volume, sound, and so on. So yeah, I'm going to mute myself and take it away.
Okay. Well, thank you, Marina. I could hear myself echoing, and I thought, what can I do to stop that? But anyway, so we're going to go on a spiritual journey. And I hope we can do this in a fairly timely manner. But, I hope everybody can stay a little bit over if that it takes a little bit longer. When I was preparing for this and talking with my guides, one of the things that, just so many terrible things are happening right now. And, I thought, what do people really need? What do people need right now? And I asked them to think about what do people need? What are they really looking for right now? And what is the most important thing? And so one of the things they told me was that people want security, stability, and peace. And so this journey is based on us receiving those things. So just a little bit of housekeeping here. So it would be good if people were in a relaxed position, just sitting or lying down or doing however you want to do that. You're going to be relaxed. You're probably going to want to close your eyes so you can kind of join the stream, the flow of the prayer. Probably chatting won't, will take people out of the thing. So what I would hope people would do is if they join this journey, that they will make note of some of the things they see and experience so that we can talk afterwards about it a little bit. I recommend it, so I hope people have a glass of water near them so that they can hydrate after this. I find people always need to hydrate after this. And I was hoping people also had maybe their favorite crystal. I love selenite. I don't know why. It just feels so clean to me. So, have a good crystal by you or in your hand, have some water. I was also kind of hoping people might go out to their yards and get some greenery that smells. I have cedar here and pine. I was hoping if you didn't have that, even a few herbs from your kitchen, a couple bay leaves or something, and that would make your area smell good. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, I'm going to say the prayer of protection, and then I'm going to lead you on the journey as they have given me the journey. We are surrounded by the pure white light of divine source. We access Metatron's grid of opalescent light to help us connect more firmly to our higher selves. We ask Archangel Michael to protect and guide us as we call forth all of our angels, guides, beings of light, ascended masters, councils, and Akashic Records masters to assist us now to receive information of the highest truth, the highest frequency of light and love, allowing us to receive exactly what we need for our greatest good and the greatest good of humanity. Thank you. Okay. So let's take some deep breaths. And like always, I want you to take a deep breath in. I want you to hold it a second. I want you to blow it out longer than you took it in. We'll do about 3 of these. So a deep breath in, blow it out. You don't have to follow mine. If you need to take a breath sooner, that's okay. Another breath. One more. So before we go on this journey, we're going to check in with our chakras. This will be fairly quick. I want to start and just make sure they're all turned on and they're all ready to go to help us on this journey. All on the root chakra, please turn on and power up. And I would like you to spin in a clockwise direction. And I would like each chakra to spin about the same so that we're in balance the whole time. Now, sacral chakra, please power up, turn on, and help us on this journey. Solar plexus, please power up, turn on, and help us with this journey. Now we move to the heart chakra. Heart chakra, please power up. Help us with this journey. And throat chakra, please power up, turn on, and help us in our journey. And third eye chakra, please turn on, power up. Please help us to see what we need to see, to experience what we need to experience. And crown chakra, please power up, turn on, and help us receive all the spiritual information we need. Thank you, dear. So it is. So I've asked all the chakras to power up, tune in, and let them all speak about the same rate, same energy, so that we're balanced as we go into our journey. So I also want to let everybody know you should use your own clairs. I'm a clairvoyant, so I want you to experience this journey however you experience it, whether it's through clairaudient, through hearing, through feeling, through knowing, through seeing or smelling. or tasting. Just use your own senses. Even if you hear me saying, see this, it's how you. So I want you to imagine standing in front, inside your house, in front of your front door. I want you to just be standing in front of your own front door. I want you to imagine what it looks like, how it feels, how it smells. I want you to imagine that your front door is a portal. Your front door is a portal to our spiritual journey, where our spiritual teams would like to take us, give us some knowledge and some healing. I want you to notice as you open the front door, it's a little bit foggy as you open. But as you step across the threshold, you step in forest. You step into a lovely forest. You can see a dirt path going in front of you. You can see trees on either side. You can see this is a lovely sunny day. It's just beautiful. The weather's just perfect. And I ask you to step up a little bit so we all can come out of our front doors and come into this area so we can go on a journey. And as we're standing here, I see an orb of light come toward us. And the orb is speaking to us through just telepathically, through claircognizance, through just telepathically letting us know to follow them, follow the orb of light. And so it starts floating down the path. So we start walking behind the orb, following it. Our feet touching the dirt. It's a nice path. It's kind of broad, so you can walk with your friend if you wish. We have to step over roots once in a while. They're in the way. Right now, the path is fairly flat. It's not too upwards. We're just walking through the forest and take a look to the right and the left. Kind of see what you can see. And then kind of note what you see for later on. And the path starts going upward a little bit. And we have to scramble over some big roots. And then as we're kind of over the roots, the path kind of flattens out again. And I notice to the right that the forest is more dense. But if I look to the left, it kind of slopes down. And there's a glade that's kind of open to the elements. And so I see that it's filled full of young grasses and wildflowers. And I see butterflies and bees moving around, pollinating the grass. And it looks so peaceful. And it has such pretty sunlight on it. And then I remember we're supposed to follow the orb, so we'll keep walking. And up ahead, I see some stone walls. They're just short walls. They're kind of waist high, and there's some stacked stone. And I notice that the stacked stone kind of form a big oval. And there's an opening into the oval. And the orb goes in there and invites us to come in. And as it does, it becomes a being of light. And you can see the full light body. And it's so welcoming. It lights up this area, this stone patio. And I notice that there is a wooden bench running all along the side of this area. And the being of light invites us to find a place on this bench and to go over to that area and sit down a moment. And he asks us to take off our baggage. And I find that I have a backpack on, and I stand up and I take my backpack off and I put it on the bench. And he invites all of us to take off our baggage, whether it's purses or totes or boxes or pockets or anything that you're carrying, you find that you're carrying with you. Even if that thing that you're carrying with you is worry or fear or a conundrum that you're having a hard time solving, just put all of the baggage on the seat, on the bench. After you do that, let's turn around and let's stand up, turn around, face the being of light who's in the center. So, being of light, what do you have to tell us? Dear ones, we, your spiritual teams, have brought you here to provide a healing of a sort. We know that the world is feeling tense and it feels unsafe and it feels like you're moving through mud. We brought you here to help refresh you and to bring you more security, stability, and peace. We want you to know that all is well. All is well. To do this, we're going to strengthen your connection to your spiritual self, helping you to remember who you are. We are going to do this with a special drink. And now I see that there are more beings of light that arrive in the circle, and they're carrying platters of glasses. They have trays full of glasses, all sorts of different kinds of glasses, fancy ones, plain ones. They have teacups, they have shot glasses, they have chalices, they have all sorts of things on these, all sorts of ways of holding liquid on these trays. He says, notice that all the glasses are filled with different colored liquids as well. What we'd like you to do is to pick a glass or cup or vessel that appeals to you in both the color inside, the liquid inside, and whatever the color of the glass looks like, whatever appeals to you and makes you feel good. Just choose that one, and they're bringing the trays around slowly, and just pick the one that appeals to you the most, the one you feel the most drawn to. I've chosen a teacup, a little blue and white one. And I've noticed when I look into it, it has green liquid in it, kind of a springy green liquid. So take a moment and try to look, feel, smell what you have chosen today. Your soul knows which one to pick. When you drink this liquid, you will be able to raise your vibration just temporarily so that you can see what we want you to see. So you can experience what we want you to see. So, everyone, go ahead and drink your liquid. Imagine the cup, feel it in your hand. Maybe smell what it smells like and drink it. And just feel what it feels like when that holy liquid goes into your body. Do you feel refreshed? Do you feel tingly? Do you feel suddenly full of power? Just note how you feel. And as you stand there, the glass that's in your hand or the cup transforms. It transforms into a mirror. And we can just hold the mirror for a moment. Don't look into it yet. Just hold the mirror. But note how the mirror looks. Is it plain? Is it fancy? Is it a little compact? What is this? Just note what this mirror is like. Dear ones, in just a moment, you will look into the mirror and you will experience how we, your spiritual team, sees you. You might see a vision, you might hear something, you might feel something, but you will see how we, your spiritual team, sees your precious soul. So take a deep breath. Go ahead and hold up the mirror and take a look. And I'm just going to pause here for a moment for you to look. Okay. And as I'm looking into my mirror and seeing how I look, and I don't look as I thought I would, I look very unexpected right now. But they allow me to kind of drift over and kind of drift through the room Not so I can look in your mirror, because I cannot look in your mirror, but to hear the whispers of your team as they describe what they're seeing in your mirror. And I hear the guides saying, little whispers, oh, she's so childlike. She's clever. He's wise. He's fun. What a curious soul. They're studious. They're lovable. Oh, this one is so dynamic. And the whispers go on and on and on. Please know that they love you very, very deeply. And that they see deep into your soul the very, very best of who you are. And the guide begins to talk again. The being of light says, this is your gift. Whenever you're feeling down, unworthy, or scared, or just that the world is out of control, remember this moment. Remember how we see you, our most beloved charge. We are so blessed to serve you. We are so blessed to be with you as you do this lifetime journey. So let's take a moment and thank each of you. Thank your guide. And now it's time to go back. And they ask you to turn around back to your seat and pick up your bags. We don't want to forget our bags. But notice how your bag is. Notice if your bag seems lighter, if your baggage seems fewer, if it's changed colors, if it's changed density at all. Just notice your belongings. And let's pick it up. And the being of light turns into an orb. And we're going to follow it out of this oval space back into the forest. And so, if you're ready, let's follow the orb. And as we leave the oval and turn left to go back where we came from, we just start walking through the forest. Take a deep breath in and smell the forest. Try to smell how it feels, especially after we've got to see how we look. And we go through the forest. We climb over that great big root that we had to go over. And we go down and back. I can see the little glade that we saw before. I see a little fox there in between the flowers. And as we follow the orb, we come back to the clearing where our front door, our own, very own front door, stands. And they thank us for coming. They bid you farewell just for the moment. Go ahead and open your front door and go back into your house, your very own house. Now take a deep breath. And I want you to come back to this present time. Maybe you could wiggle your toes a little, wiggle your fingers, open your eyes, and come back to the present time. Okay. Wow. I thank you so much for going on this journey with me. And I wonder if anybody has anything to share. Like, what glass did you choose?
Well, I had to draw it. Well. So the first thing that came in were these swirls of like dancing flames, but they were blue, like a gaslight. And then they became it was like watching Fantasia, because they were playing patty cake with each other. And this was actually a face, but of course it kept doing this dancing thing, right? And when you were talking about it, I don't remember that I even took a glass, but I was seeing this tray. It had come into my mind before you had said it out loud. I saw the tray and I saw something on it, but they were the liquid wasn't liquid. It was a glowing light.
Oh.
Okay. And then don't ask me why, but an accordion showed up.
Wow.
And pinwheel swirls kept coming and going. Also, there was just a lot of swirling going around. And when I was looking in the mirror, I was looking like a little elf, dancing with my hands on my hip like I was doing an Irish jig. So,
how delightful.
Well, thank you, because you're the one who took me there.
I just noticed Maureen Delmonico says, I saw myself as a 3-year-old little girl, and I chose a rose-colored glass filled with clear liquid. And then I noted, who else? Kim Princess chose a gold chalice with grapes engraved on the side of the cup. That is amazing.
Wow.
Wow.
I had as soon as I walked out of the door, there was all these animals came to greet me one by one, and we walked down the path together. Birds, frogs, snakes, a bear, everything. It was really cool. So we just walked on the path together, and the orb, it was an orb, but it was getting bigger and bigger, and it was right there, like it was part of us. I don't know how to explain that. And when we went into the open circle oval, it's like I left. I mean, I really have no memory of what we did. I don't know if I just zoned out so deeply or something, but it was really, really, really cool. And when we came back, we were walking back, we were still all together, all the animals and the orb. I saw myself as a child too, though. I did see that, or saw how they saw me.
Yeah. I
Fabulous.
go ahead.
No, I was just thinking, fabulous, absolutely fabulous. And yeah, Pacey Boss said it was, I think, a thin green ornate glass Irish coffee cup with like honey elixir inside. Mirror was oval, 1.5 feet, similar green and ornate. Wow. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Mine was
Yes.
like there was so many things that happened. Whoa.
Yeah.
You know, I was walking to my front door. I thought, oh boy, it needs to be refinished. Okay, Mel, it's another project you haven't finished, right? I started, I'm like, nah, I got better things to do. And I went outside, and it was really cold because it's cold here in Chicago with a lot of snow. And I thought, okay, this is way too cold. And then I went to this forest, but it was funny, like it was warm, and then I was experiencing springtime on one side, winter on the other, fall, kind of all at once.
Yeah.
And there were 4 animals that came out in the Native American way. The wolf, which is the keeper of intuition.
Ooh.
The bear, which is introspection and warrior spirit. The white buffalo, unification. And the eagle, wisdom. So I was just smelling the smells. And when we got to the wall, I saw it as like a lodge. And I'm like, how are we getting it over that wall? And the eagle just picked us all up and flew it. And, you know, we were all in there. And then when you said, you know, the baggage, I was like, I was all curled up on the bench, and it was so cuddly. And you said, you know, take, you know, the baggage. And I was like, I didn't want to do it because I was cuddly. But then it was like, okay, I started to undress and all the baggage and all of that. And I was naked. and it was like, what am I afraid of? And it was like being vulnerable. So I took all the clothes, the backpack, everything, and there was the fireplace, and I threw them in the fire. Now, the orb was interesting because it was Grandmother Moon, the keeper of intuition.
Wow.
And that's Wolf's power ally.
Wow.
Yeah. And so, and, you know, the glass was orange juice. I love orange juice. and I drank it. And I felt this most incredible sense of peace. And then it turned into the mirror, and I saw myself in an aloha shirt. And then as a child laughing and playing. And it was like, you know, take time to nurture your inner child. Take time to listen to your intuition. Take time to, you know, honor Grandmother Moon, Grandfather Sun, and the things on the planet, and stay connected with the Earth Mother. And that's what I got out of it. And then it was pretty incredible. So.
That's amazing. I think we all can learn from your journey a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Out of it.
And that's, you know, that's what I always hope is that people, when they go on the journey, that they make it their own.
And the other thing that happened was when you pick your backpack up again, I can't. I burn it. I don't want to think about it. I'm done with all that.
Yeah.
I don't even want any pockets. I don't want anything to put anything in. I just wanted to get back to my front door then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
As you were saying about picking the glass, excuse me, and the first thing that came to mind is, yes, this beautifully ornate little teacup, and it kind of a gold rim, but this beautiful turquoise on the inside and the outside. And I thought, oh, but it's a teacup. It should be a glass. But I thought, no, never mind. I'll stick with it. And about the same time that you said, and I'm going to pick a teacup. I thought, see, okay, yeah, this works.
Already did.
Mhm.
Yes, yeah, and and when I went to look at the liquid, what the color, what got me first was the scent of chamomile.
Mm.
And I thought, oh, this is so soothing. It's so nice. And as I started to drink it, it was just the perfect temperature, you know. You didn't have to blow on it. You could just really, really enjoy it. And when I looked in the mirror, I thought, ooh, who is that? Because I didn't look like me at all. I had a very almost a sculpted face, but very, very pale with just kind of straight white hair. Almost otherworldly. Like I could recognize that it was me. It didn't look like me, but it felt like me from maybe another universe. And it was just such a lovely feeling that, yeah, when you said we're leaving, and I thought, no, and you can't make me. I'm gonna stay here.
Oh, that's so funny because I heard that coming in. No, you can't make me. I don't want to. You can't make me.
Oh, there you go. You were picking up on it because I thought, no, I like it here. This is nice.
And I forgot about the wall, but I did see one, and it was made out of fieldstone. You know, just
yes,
it was awesome, and it was only hip high. If it was even that.
Yeah. That's kind of what I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've actually done an exercise like this before, and but I didn't see myself the same way this time. They showed me like I was a standard poodle puppy. You know how they do the play bows and stuff, and I thought, what does that mean? But I think I'll figure it out later.
Well, dog in Native American way is man's or person's best friend.
Yes.
But you know, dog is loyal, fiercely loyal. You know, but yet, you know, dog can take a beating and still want to be loyal to a point, but then dog shows its teeth and snarls. So it's about, you know, it's about dog being protective and setting boundaries as well. So it's kind of about boundaries and all of that stuff.
Ah, interesting. Thank you.
And then there's the poodle with curly hair.
Yeah. And I got curly hair. Oh my gosh. I missed the curly hair already.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So a beautiful, beautiful little adventure. And just so very soothing and
peaceful.
Yeah, and very much like you, Mel, when it came time to, you know, pick up the whatever it was. I thought, I don't need that. Like, okay, can't I just, okay, I'm just going to imagine that it's a purse, and I'm just going to pick up a purse. But there really wasn't any attachment to whatever I had taken off. It was like, yeah.
Well, if you've ever seen an old accordion and the big box that they came, my mother had a Wurlitzer. So maybe it was my mother coming in. She had a big, huge Wurlitzer. I mean, that thing had 85 pounds. How you played that, I don't know.
Mine was funny. Pick up your stuff. I'm like, and your clothes. I'm like, oh, your backpack. And I thought, wait a minute, I burn it. I don't have any clothes. Back to my front door and it's cold. Then I thought, but I can make myself a new set of clothes.
Well, I just love that we all hung out in the woods with a naked male door.
It wasn't pretty. I go to the doctor and he says, take your clothes off. The nurse and I need a good laugh. So it wasn't.
And I agree with Kim Princess, who says, Terry, your voice is the
Yeah,
best.
absolutely.
Yes, it absolutely is. Like, perfect for this kind of work.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you, Kim Princess. That's very nice.
Healing very smoothly.
Yeah.
You know, I've got to
Yes.
run. This has been so wonderful. Terry, thank you. Diana, it's nice to meet you. Valerie,
Now,
Marina,
Nice to
we'll
meet
do
you.
this again. I want you on my show. I want all of you on my show. And
okay.
Yes, absolutely.
because if you email me, I probably will never get it. Like my
I'll
friend-
text you.
Somebody put
Yeah.
in the comments, it's just like an Aries. We start stuff and never finish it. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's really
No,
been fun.
I'll text you, Mel. We'll get a date.
All right.
Absolutely.
Everybody out there, you know,
Thank
please
you.
don't let the fear stand in front of you and hold you back. Let it get behind you and push you forward. I saw a couple of written in Latin, non inhibitus bastardos, and that means don't let the bastards get you down.
There you go.
Yes. Exactly. Exactly.
Wonderful, wonderful experience. Love to all of you and
Thank you, Mel.
motivate you.
Thank
Bye, Mel.
Thank you, Mel.
Thank you for being here. Yeah. And ladies, it is. I always look forward to the end, but I also don't want it to end.
I know. How do we say
Because
that?
I know that when we are done, I have been so uplifted and I feel such a high vibration that I know that whatever is coming next is just going to be fabulous. So it's both kind of it's exciting and bittersweet and all the feelings all together. So I so appreciate that you guys join me and you do this with me because it means the world. It really honestly does.
Well, we're honored to be here. I'm sure I can speak for all of us and anyone who has come and gone already. This has turned into something so fascinating. And I mean, it's like less preparation is involved anymore, ceremony, but it's the ceremony now follows the event that we put on.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
well, and with that, I will say goodnight because it's 10:51. I just want to brush my teeth and lay on the couch.
Yeah, me too. Thank you, ladies. Love you all very much.
Thank
Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
me so
Yes.
long.
Thank you. And yeah, Valerie, Terry, just oh my gosh, I'm sending you both great big hugs because
Okay.
yeah, I love this and I look forward to this. And for those of you that are still here with us, thank you for joining us. I hope that you will come back. The next event is going to be on Saturday, February 28th, the last day of February, and I'm sure that it is it's going to be just as great. And yeah, I'm going to go now and I'm going to thoroughly enjoy this wonderful feeling and just let things float for a while.
Yeah, it's good to float.
So just give me a sec. I'm going to end the stream. Don't forget to, if you go to my YouTube channels and go under the posts, I have all of the guests listed and I've got their channels and things listed. So make sure that you go over there and do that. And in the meantime, much love to each and every one of you and we'll see you around. So take care for now.